Pisces, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the month of May. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit today. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this space with me. I'm very excited to get started. I have some pre-shuffled oracle messages we're going to jump right into before we do your tarot spread. I'm using two different decks today. The first is the Keepers of the Light. The second is the Sacred Forest Oracle. The first message that I pulled for you, and I did something a little differently. Some of you have had to wait a little bit for this reading. I usually try to post every 7 days for each sign, but this time I slowed it way down and really started to sit with the energy and to meditate on it, to really feel it. And I'll tell you what, Pisces, you're going to have a really happy month. We have a double message of happiness. The first message, one of the Keepers of the Light. These are Ascended Masters. Some of them are Bodhisattvas. You have, and some of you really identify with Buddhist thinking, Buddhist thought. This is he's also one of the three wise men, which I didn't know. His name is Dwa Kul. And this card is of Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So he is a Tibetan Buddhist. He was a devotee of Buddha. And Dharma, okay, this is the Dharma unfolding. It means right way of living. So he is here to remind you that your path is unfolding exactly as it should, Pisces, which I love. This is about taking one step at a time. And look at all that light surrounding his crown chakra. He is saying that as you take one step at a time, remember that your only spiritual function is to be happy. You are a powerful person that has learned many lessons in life. In this month, it's time to share that wisdom with the world. He's with you right by your side, encouraging you to do so, to vibrate from a being of happiness by being lit from within. And you can feel, people can feel that when they're around you. I love that message. The next message is the bluebird spirit. Look at how beautiful this is. It reminds me of the spring that we're going through with all the cherry blossoms. Look at that. Beautiful. Happiness. Your purpose in life is to experience happiness, Pisces. That's really all that's required of us as souls. But we make it kind of hard, don't we? This month is all about giving of your heart and sharing your love. In the spirit of joy. You know, bluebirds sing, right? They're just happy to be alive. They sing to the voice of creation. Obviously, they're singing to other birds. But you can't help but be happy when you hear the bluebirds singing. My daughter did an actual project over the weekend where she had an app called Merlin. It was new to me, but it's basically all the recordings of different birds. And we sat there on our front porch, and there were like 25 birds that she was able to identify, and we got to see them on the app. Really cool if you're into birds and birdsong. It could be something that could be a source of great joy, because it brought us a lot of joy over the weekend to actually hear the birds singing and to identify them. So this is, there's an affirmation that I wrote down that goes with this card that Spirit wants you to pay attention to for the rest of this month, whenever you find this reading. Happiness and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. You know, say that again. Happiness and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely, Pisces. This is about saying yes to life and letting your doubts dissolve, okay? It's time to live life fully now, in the now, from a more enlightened state with this Tibetan master, which I really thought was cool. I had no idea he was one of the three wise men. We'll say, what's the word? Possibly. Depends on what your beliefs are. I'm not going to say here that it's true or not. Whatever you believe, and I honor all belief systems here on this channel, because it's all the same spoke, right? Or the same center of the wheel, right? It's all part of Creator. All right. Let's get into your tarot messages. Ooh. You've got a new opportunity here to feel successful this month, Pisces. Happiness and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. Now that is an affirmation, isn't it? Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Pisces today. Thank you for your guidance and, as always, for your love. Let's do one more shuffle. Ooh, you've been in a real beautiful, beautiful phase of healing. Healing, resting, recuperating. So you ready. You're ready. Whatever this new beginning is, Spirit's saying you're ready now. You're ready for it. Let's get into the current energies coming into the reading, and then we'll go into the crossing energies. Current energies for Pisces for May. Whenever you find this reading, this is the higher energy that you're feeling. Let's see what's happening. Current energy, Spirit, show me for Pisces for the month of May. Ooh, Seven of Swords. Interesting. Crossed by the... Yeah, you're having a hard time trusting that you can sustain a certain level of success. And maybe even sustaining that happiness. Oh, that's not possible. There's going to be problems along the way. They're going to throw me off course. This is about trusting in your ability to create abundance, stability, being resourceful, being a leader, being a teacher. This is called self-doubt. So you could be coming this reading like, I'm not so sure, Jenna. I'm not so sure that success is for me. It is. It is. We're going to take a look at why. I think you're trying to heal from maybe shying away from your greatness. We've been talking about this, Pisces. Something could also be undermining your feeling of stability. Someone you're dealing with, perhaps. Someone you're worried about. I'm getting that. You're worried about somebody. Could be in your family. Ooh, challenge, the Queen of Cups. Feeling your feelings. Feeling your open heart and space. Something around your heart is being affected by this worry. So you're having a hard time accessing. Like there's obviously a lot of love you're pouring into the situation. But I think sometimes fear can outshine the love. Recent past, ooh, a lot of worry. A lot of mental stress, anxiety. You're worried about something. We'll get into why. Three of Cups. Opportunity to celebrate. Family, friends. We've been talking about this worrisome state you find yourself in. I do believe it's over a person. One individual, could be someone in your friendship circle or someone in your family. Near future, Page of Swords. Learning and growing. You could be doing the research trying to help someone. Be careful of trying to solve someone else's problems. I'm getting that right already. You have an opportunity to be happy, right? Letting this energy, right? Happiness and ecstasy flow through you. It feels like there's some rocks in the river, right? That you're noticing. Wow, I could really obsess over this situation. I could really let it stress me out. Yeah, because you're getting up in your head about it. You're seeing every aspect that you can around a certain situation this month. Try not to let it override the day-to-day and your ability to be happy and content in the moment. We all get these, I call them a dog with a bone, where it's like you just gnaw, it's something that is ongoing in your head. And you're thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And Spirit's like, don't forget to feel. I know we have problems that we like to tackle that we need to solve. But sometimes the answers we seek really come from being in a flow state of our heart space, not in our mind space. Let's go into the hidden truth. Ooh, no, that want to be a different one. Yeah, you've been in some sort of mental conflict. It's been a challenge. We're going to find out why. Bottom of the deck, you're trying to make some important decisions. You could be making decisions around what to do about a situation in your life, around someone you actually really care about. That's what it feels like. You're worried about them. Let's go into clarification. Yeah, you could feel like you need to... This is about moving on from... Some of you have been waiting for something, and you're getting tired of waiting. Whatever it is you've been waiting on. You're starting to realize, you know what, maybe it's time for me to move on. Let's see. Don't let anything undermine your ability to be happy. Okay? Especially when it comes to your own stability. You're moving towards greater stability, but it requires you to release something. Interesting. Why is the King of Swords here? Ooh, Page of Cups. Yeah, oftentimes the Page of Cups is a younger person in our lives. Oh, wow. It's like you have so many hopes and dreams. If this is about someone in your life that is younger than you, that you're worried about, you're mentoring, or it could be a child. It's like you have so many hopes and expectations. You want them to be happy. You want them to live their dream life. And there's so much mental stress of you worrying about them. Others of you, you've got a soul bond. And it might be relatively new. And you're really not sure if it's going to be what you want it to be. And you're thinking a lot about it. Two different groups here I'm getting. Whether you're a parent, you're dealing with a child, or whether you are someone who's just trying to exercise a little bit of logic when it comes to your heart. You could be even just friends with this person right now, and you're not sure. You don't want to get involved with anything that's going to undermine what you've created in your sense of stability in self and in the stability in your own right, in your own world. Definitely been in a period of stress in the past. What is it that you were stressed about? Your leadership. It's this King of Wands. Someone new. Someone who is drawn to you. Why are you stressed? Eight of Cups. You're trying to let go of some emotions here in your communication. In the recent past, there was a lot of communication that came in and a lot of emotional upheaval. And the more you invested in the situation and the more communication that started to occur, the more you started to it's almost like when you go from when you're entering a situation and then all of a sudden your heart rate starts to increase and then your body temperature starts to increase and you're just you go from I'm calm, I'm chill to I am not calm, I am not chill. This situation is stressing me the F out. Whatever kind of communication you were doing with someone, whatever investing you were doing, it was creating a lot of stress, anxiety, doubt, emotional turmoil. And you've been trying to release that to get to the heart of the connection and what it is you need to do to feel right with it, to feel better, right? Whether it's a family member or a friend you're deeply concerned about, or someone that you're meeting that it feels like you're not communicating in a way that feels good. There's been a lot of hiccups, forks in the road type of energy, where no matter what you were saying or doing, how you were investing, it was creating a lot of an emotional stir. We'll call this being very disturbed inside. Not from I'm talking about from a spiritual esoteric point of view. We've got these two companions here walking us through the month here, right? Of your inner guru, this dharma, the right way of living. I think you're starting to realize that when it comes to anyone that you're connected to, anyone important to you, if they're showing up in an emotionally immature way, whether they can help it or not, especially if it's a child and they're just showing up and they're making decisions that are impacting you and you're just oh my God. Or if it's someone that you're getting to know and you're they don't seem to really have the maturity I'm looking for, but I don't know. There's this I don't know kind of energy here, Pisces. Three of Cups. Whoa, that one to come flying out. We'll say that. The Moon, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Wands. You know what? I'm not sure. I think we'll say that was reversed the way it came out. I'm not sure the way I picked it up, but it's showing reversed. Spirit said keep it reversed. There's some sort of hidden energy that's now coming to light this month. Maybe just you trying to be guided by your own inner knowing about what to do about a situation, especially something that you're drawn to put your hand in. You're definitely putting your hand in something. There's an opportunity to bring things back together again. And it's there's the light that's shining on a connection. And you're okay, I know the path forward. I was stressed out in the past. I was gathering information, getting the answers. It was making me feel a certain way. I was overwhelmed. But now, as we move forward through the rest of the month of May, you're going to start grounding more and more in a place of, all right, I know how to handle the situation. I feel like I can settle a little bit. What was unknown isn't as unknown. It's you have a plan. Some of you were moving a little bit more toward I'm just getting to know someone to this might turn into commitment. I'm very drawn to this person. We have the Queen of Wands here. Very drawn. They're lighting me up in a way, but I'm still a little timid about trusting this. And my heart feels a little blocked. Some of you have had maybe some secrets that have come to light in a marriage. Some interfering energies, some words that were said, some unknowns. I'm not feeling this direct, oh, this wounded me. I can't believe they did this. It's more, why did they keep this from me? Why didn't they tell me what they were going through? Why didn't they tell me what was going on? It's that kind of energy where you're oh, okay, well, now I know. And now I know how to deal with it accordingly. Because when you don't know, you don't know. But I think you're a bit disappointed in the situation as a whole. What is this need to access your heart, open your heart, a challenge? Maybe it's, your heart is hurting around this situation. Let's see. The Emperor, the Tower. the Page of Wands. Yeah, you've had in a tower, whether it was someone outside of you that you care about, and they're going through a massive change in their life, and you're trying to stabilize them, and your heart is going out to them, and it's just a challenging. I feel like you've been facing a very challenging situation, Pisces. And this month, it's a matter of dealing with the aftermath of the upheaval of a tower. I think you're still dealing with that, trying to gain control over the circumstances and the facts. And it does feel like you're dealing with a younger energy, because we have a Page of Wands in the challenge and the Page of Cups. Some of you are trying to gain control in your heart space over someone that is not showing up in a way that feels right for you. You're coming from an empowered place. The challenge is are you going to listen to what your heart is telling you in the situation? Whether it's a family member, friend, or a new love situation, or an existing love situation. You're showing me that there's a very important connection linked to you. And you just want it to feel good. You want it to feel right. There's some problems here. You know, sometimes these towers have to fall to regroup, to reorient the energy. So whatever's going on in your connection here, it's like the friction is there to break through to the other side, to learn from it, to grow from it. A lot of you are in the position of just trying to come into a state of balance around someone that you really are worried about. Like there's fear coming up around this person, around, are they going to be okay? Kind of. Even if it's someone that you are starting to get to know in a love situation, like, I don't know, is this really what I want? Because they're showing up in ways where I'm not sure I can really commit to this. Something's a bit off. You know, this beautiful energy, I can see why, you know, no matter what you're going through this month around someone that you're deeply concerned about, don't let it take so much out of you and from you as you're dealing with this. You know, whatever problem someone has around you, or if you have a direct problem with someone you're engaging with in a love situation, don't let it undermine your happiness from day to day. It's almost like, don't get sucked into someone else's whirlwind, someone else's drama, someone else's hurricane. You can be there on the periphery and be a strong, stable force while they're going through this massive fear state. I feel like there's a lot of fear coming up around someone that is in your life. I'm getting a very strong masculine energy here of needing to take action, wanting to like protect someone. And this need to like spirit saying, you know, don't get so involved where it's creating this inner turmoil all the time. Very specific reading. Yeah, there's something to whether it's love or family or, you know, a new romantic situation. It's like there's something that is a little bit off here. Your spidey sensors are saying, if you're in a situation and you're already feeling like it's not going to make you happy, it's not the right thing, you're starting to realize some things this month. Some truths are coming out. Some information is coming to light. What is this Page of Swords? Again, what are you learning? This is doing the research, right? Taking your time in a connection as it unfolds. I do see that you're going through a huge shift in a connection. Yeah, a lot of you, it's like you feel a little bit, yeah, some of you, this is a very important person in your life that you have invested deeply in. 10 of Pentacles over the Page of Swords with the 4 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. So, and I ask myself a lot about any connection you have in your life, whether it's romantic, whether it's platonic or romantic. Is it shrinking you? Are you repressing parts of yourself? Are you in rescue mode, right? And a lot of people, they find their source of self-worth by helping other people and rescuing them to their own detriment. And what we have here is that opportunity, right, is to feel happy no matter what the circumstances are around you. And in order to get to this place, you have a choice in love, whether you want to stick it out with someone who could perhaps be showing up in immature ways, creating drama. And you're starting to recognize the pattern here and recognizing that anything that's undermining your stability isn't worth your time and energy. I mean, Eight of Swords is a state of repression. I think you're disappointed in, and there's a view, if this isn't about a love connection and someone you deeply love, a family member or a friend, you're trying to do all that you can. It's almost like your hands are tied and you're trying to do all you can to support someone. And it's hard. Like, it's almost like it's hurting your heart. It's sad, you know. I do think that you're going to be, it's like you're like this beautiful, stable, loving force in someone's life, whether it's in love or not. Like, this person really depends on you. But sometimes you feel kind of like, am I always going to be stuck in this state where I'm constantly giving to this person and they just can't seem to get to where they need to go? Let's go into the Five of Wands. It's like there's something that's really challenging you in this situation. The hidden truth is this is a challenge. This connection is a challenge, Pisces. You know, make sure it doesn't undermine your right way of living, right? What was that Dharma truth? The Dharma, I wrote down the title of this card, the Dharma unfolding. Yeah, make sure you're taking steps towards your own happiness, not away from your own happiness. What is this Five of Wands here? What is this Five of Wands? Yeah, there we are. Again, this past energy. You're really stressed and anxious about whether something's going to make you happy. I think you're going to ultimately, you know, you're going to come to peace with the situation. I think whatever upheaval's been going on throughout the rest of the month, it's almost like you're in a process of recovery over a situation with someone that you love. It could be someone you've known since childhood or a child. And you're deeply worried about their well-being. You have this feeling of wanting to protect them from the pain of the world. And it's like you're seeing someone suffer around you, Pisces. And it's like it's making your heart burst open. But it's a challenge to take control of the situation and help a younger one. It could be mentoring someone. This is someone you really, really care about. And if this has to do with the love bond, this person is very challenging because it's almost like they're not willing to grow up and grow out of a certain way of operating. And you're starting to see as time goes on throughout the month that the truth of the matter is you may end up being better off as friends with this person in time because they're just not at your level. You know, if you have to lower your standards to accommodate someone's energy frequency and it's not aligned with yours, you're only holding yourself back, which is what I see you doing. And some of you, this is your own fear of success as well that I'm seeing spread through this. You've been carrying since childhood this feeling of maybe I'll never reach that state, you know, and being caught up in these mental processes of self-doubt. And Spirit is trying to communicate with you and give you opportunities to release these feelings that make you feel less than. That no matter what you try to create in this world, it's not going to be successful. And Spirit is saying you have the opportunity to really, really be successful here. Don't give up on your dreams. Do not give up on your dreams. Whatever dreams you've had since childhood, keep working at it. Keep believing in them. You know, it's okay to feel disappointed and it's okay to feel like you're not where you want to be. But don't give up. That's the thing. Don't give up. And also, when it comes to being challenged by the things that you think in your mind that create states of worry, you have the opportunity, like I said, to be happy. You have the opportunity to come to balance, but it's a state of being. You get to choose. Oh, any given day we can get up and say, you know what, I'm going to stress out about everything going on in my life that I can't control. You can do that. Or you can say, you know what, there are things I can't control in my life, but happiness and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. No matter what's going on outside of you, whether you've got a child going through a hard time, a friend going through a hard time, you're caretaking someone, right? Someone elderly, they're not even in their sound mind. I'm hearing some of you are dealing with people with, and it's unfortunate, people who don't have cognitive reliability, and there's a lot of it causes a lot, you know, of upheaval. Some of you are stressed out about someone in your life, whether is this ever going to come into balance? Am I going to be happy here? Because this is a challenging situation. The hidden truth is whatever is challenging you this month, Pisces, you can overcome it. But you got to come from a balanced place within you and know that you get to decide how you're going to live in your mind from day to day. There's only you and your mind in there, right? No one else is going in there and opening up the door to your mind and saying, I'm going to sit here and I demand all of your attention. No, you give your attention. This is your sacred space. You get to decide who's in there and who isn't. And I think this month it's going to be a challenge, but you can do it. We can live through the most challenging circumstances. And it's not that you're bypassing the way you feel and you're faking it till you make it. That's not what I'm saying. It's you can rise above the dramas of life because they're always going to be there. Go out in your car and go out in the world. You see people arguing. Turn on the news. It's always going to be there. You're going to tune into that. You're going to feed that. Which monster are you going to feed? Which wolf are you going to feed? The peaceful or the one of the ego? And yes, it's okay to be deeply concerned about the people that we love, but not to your own detriment. Don't let it steal your peace, Pisces. And that's what I'm seeing this month. All right, let's get some advice from Spirit. Yeah, this repression. And a lot of you, it's like, I want to feel alive again. I want to feel like I'm in a new beginning. But every time I get into something, I feel like it's like I'm stuck. This is that proverbial, I don't want to get stuck again in something that isn't meant for me. And Spirit is saying, well, you have to make wise decisions. If someone's showing up in an immature way, if you're starting off a new connection and it's already feeling weird or hard, and you're having arguments and you're having these fallouts, and it's like, stand up for yourself. Stand up for your right to feel happy. Stand up for you. All right, let's get some advice. And then we're going to pull a card, the final card. It's 3 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I think that a lot of you are moving on from a situation that's caused you a lot of stress. And you're investing in the people, places, and things that make you feel grounded and secure in your sense of self. Because I see that in the opportunity with this 3 of Cups. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your victories. Move on from the things that are way too hard, that are almost like, it's almost like, what do you call it, a koan, where it's like you're not going to make sense of it. It's like the more you go into it, the more of it's like getting stuck in tar or a sand pit or a sinkhole. You know, don't get stuck in states of being that are going to prevent you from feeling light and happy. We all have our own burden and our own crosses to bear. You can actually stay stuck in that and feel like the martyr, or you can rise above it. And I do think that you're going to be moving on and you're going towards a new opportunity to succeed, and letting your friends and family support you. The people that are around you that may even know about what's going on in your life, they're there to support you, Pisces, through this. They're there to support you, to come out of this state of repression, to come out of this mental state of restriction. You're going to come out of it. You're going to come out of it faster than you think, and you're going to come back into balance. I think you're either starting to help someone get okay, and things are going to improve by month's end with this person, or you're walking away from someone that you've been dating or in a relationship with because it's not right for you anymore. And you need to lean on your friends and your family and the support system that you have. Invest in yourself as you start over again. And coming out, anything that is causing you challenging circumstances, overthinking, anxiety, stress, you have opportunity to shift your focus away from the drama, away from that narrative, away from that story, right? And don't keep perpetuating it. That gets stuck in the body, right? You don't want to get stuck in an energetic frequency that is down here when you can live up here. Let's get the Sacred Earth Oracle message. This is the final deck that I'm working with. I love this deck. We'll do one quick shuffle and see what Spirit has to say for you. Finish off this reading. You know, it feels like there's going to be a lot of bumps in the road and a lot of twists and turns this month with a certain individual that you have a lot of memories with, or at least the potential. It feels like a past life soul bond. Well, that was too many. I just need one, Spirit, not 4. But you're going to get through it. They're showing you this because you have the opportunity to dissolve the doubt, right? And live life fully in the now. And not get stressed out about things that are outside of your control. Make the decisions accordingly, using sound judgment, wise mind. This one wants to come out at the bottom. Connection. Ooh, look at that. We have the starfish on the bottom, a lot of sea life, which to me symbolizes a lot of emotional states that you've been going through. Let's see. Connection. Connection. Find yourself by losing yourself in a conversation, a story, or someone's eyes. Be vulnerable, be emotional, and be moved to deeper understanding. Empathy is required. Let the pain, suffering, love, and joy of others find a home in your heart. Accepting another without reservation means accepting yourself as well. Focus on the subtle divine force inside you. Recognize this force in all things, for it is in all things and it is everywhere. Separation from the energy, beauty, grace, and power of the Divine Mother is an illusion. Feel her fertility and everlasting peace inside you. Through her love, life will unfold endless blessings. Through you, Through you, her love flows out upon the world. Separated from its ocean home, a droplet of water falls upon a mountain. It is captured by the cold, frozen in place until the season turns and is released upon its journey home. It is taken into the earth, drawn into roots, consumed and expelled. The story of tears, water pistols, rapids, storms, sweat, and rapture is repeated until the beat of water is welcomed into its ocean home once more, and the droplet is no longer. Its boundaries are no more, and yet nothing is lost. You too are on a journey home, Pisces. Every cell of your being knows the way, and your destination is guaranteed. Love without boundaries. You cannot lose yourself by remembering your divine connection with all living things. This is the thing that I've been picking up on. Like you have an opportunity, right, this month, and you have been losing a bit of yourself in something. And you have an opportunity to find yourself again once more. Beautifully profound message of connection. I hope you enjoyed this message, Pisces. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.